Hi, I'm Julie Morris with Calico Home, and I'm back here in Carneys Point, New Jersey at Curtis and Dallas's home to learn a little bit more about the details behind some of those great do-it-yourself projects from the last time that we were here. Curtis, the first thing I want to talk about is this outdoor movie screen, because so many customers expressed their interest in how did you actually build it?
Well, Julie, the first step in building an outdoor movie screen is figuring out the dimensions of the screen. I used an online tool called projectorcentral.com. I knew I needed the screen to be 150-inch diagonal, and you tell the online tool what diagonal you want, what projector you have, and it figures out the dimension. I needed a 131-inch wide screen by 74 inches high. All right, to get the 131 by 74 inch frame that I needed, I used 1x2 pine pressure treated boards. I connected the corners by flat L brackets on either side, and I used a center support using flat T brackets on either side. Now, after I screw the T brackets on, I use a metal tape to wrap around the metal so that it doesn't go into the fabric, and also the metal tape won't bleed glue like, say, a duct tape would. Now, before I attached the fabric to the frame, of course I had to sew it together. I used 3 fabric widths, about 54 inches, so that gave me 150, which is plenty of room for the 131 that I needed. I sewed the panels together using a clear nylon thread. You're not going to want to use a cotton upholstery weight because that's going to discolor with the elements. So once I had all the fabric put together, what I did is I made an area on the ground. I laid out some old sheets that I used for drop cloths. I put the fabric face down on the sheets. I took my frame, laid it on the back of the fabric, and then I took the fabric and I pulled it over the top pine of the frame, stapled along. On the bottom of the frame, I pulled the fabric up around and stapled that. I pulled it kind of tight because this fabric stretches, so when you're done, it has like a little drum feel to it. I attached the sides, and the screen is pretty much done. Now, you don't want to put staples through on the center support. The center support is basically just to keep this top and the bottom of the screen from squeezing together from the fabric being pulled tight on it. Now, most people are probably going to want to mount their screen on the wall of a barn, a garage, or on some fixed 4x4 posts. I wanted my screen to be portable. I want to be able to move it here and there in the yard. So what we decided to do is take 30-gallon Rubbermaid totes. We filled them with 100 pounds of concrete each. We concreted in a 3-inch PVC pipe that we used for a sleeve for our 2.5-inch PVC poles. Now, I cut the poles the height that I needed the screen to be, and then I attached the screen to the poles using 6-inch carriage bolts and wing nuts. Now, to keep the poles stable, I used a 2.5 to 3-inch connector rubber coupling that will just keep the poles from slamming back and forth. And there you have it, an outdoor movie screen. And look how easy it is to take up and down.
Certainly thought of every little thing here, and I love the fact that it's so portable and you can just take it right out, because as cool as it is, I don't know that I'd want it standing in my yard every single day either.
Really?
But thank you again for sharing all of your secrets on how to create the perfect outdoor movie screen. But we're not done yet, because earlier today Curtis took the time to share some more of his decorating secrets in the inside home theater.
If you have something in your converted basement space that you want to hide, such as an unsightly gray electric panel, you can do what we did and attach double drawer pulls to your wall and to the picture frame or poster frame so that you can slide it in and out of the way. I also found these cool antique movie reels that I thought would look great in the basement somewhere. So what I did is I took a styrofoam square board and I used styrofoam safe glue to attach the same calico fabric that I used on the theater drapes to the board. Then I took the movie reel, sprayed it gold to match the trim, and attached it to the fabric board. For the stairs coming down to the theater, I wanted to do a little something different than a basic basement railing, and I thought theater roping would be really cool, but it's also really expensive. So I had to put my do-it-yourselfer hat on and think of what I could use, and I thought a sailboat bumper. It hangs sort of like theater roping does, and it happens to be the same diameter. So I purchased a sailboat bumper at a marine store. I purchased this red velvet fabric from Calico Corners, sewed it together inside out like you would do a pillow, right side out, slide it over the sailboat bumper, and I could actually use the same brass fixtures and end caps that you would use for a brass railing.
Curtis, it was so nice of you in Dallas to have us in your home and show us all the wonderful ways that you've used fabrics and trimmings from Calico Corners to decorate your house.
Oh, you're welcome, Julie. When I do take on projects like this, I learn as I go. And if I can help any of your viewers with these do-it-yourself projects, that'll be great.
I'm sure it's going to be helpful for many. So there you have it, some great do-it-yourselfer tips for the do-it-yourselfer. And remember, if you want to make it yourself, or if you need a little help, or you want us to do it all for you, come see us at Calico Corners. This is Julie Morris with Calico Home. Thank you for watching.